Hello everyone, welcome to day 23rd of October Lead Code Challenge. And today seems like a bright sunny day in Delhi. Without much ado, let's look at today's question. Today's question is find minimum in rotated sorted array 2. In this question, we are given a rotated sorted array and we need to identify the minimum element out of it. In the month of August, on 31st August, we solved find minimums in sorted rotated array, which was the first part to this question. I would highly recommend you guys to solve this question first and then look at this problem. It's an extension to that question, and LeetCode has rated this question under hard category. However, I feel if you are aware of this solution, it's not a hard problem for you guys. For those who are new, I can still say that for them it's a hard problem and you don't need to go anywhere. I'll be explaining each and every step involved in the solution in the presentation. So without much ado, let's look at the PPT. Find minimum in rotated sorted array 2, LeetCode 154. I have taken a slightly longer example here so that you get a good hold of the concept. As you can see, there are few elements that are repeated in this input array. The input array is something like 100, 120, 120, 11, 3, 6, 7, 20, 60, 80, 90, 100, 100. So this input array is rotated by the index 2 because if you look at 3, it has the least value, which is 1. We'll be using the binary search technique. Why I am saying this? Because whenever in question you see the word sorted, no matter what, go and apply binary search to it. Think only on those lines. The interviewer may not tell you to do it, but this is an assumption that you should always take. Binary search solution is a way to go whenever you see a sorted array minimum maximum problem. Let's get started. I hope you guys are well aware of the binary search technique in general. What do? We take 2 pointers. The first one is a low one, the other one is a high one, and low gets initialized to 0, high gets initialized to the terminal index of the input array, which is 13. Which one would be the middle element? 0 plus 13 by 2 is 6. So this is the middle element. Now what do? Can we make any decision in the current state? What element do we have at 6? We have 6. What element do we have at the higher pointer? We have 100. What element do we have at low pointer? We again have 100. Looking at these 3 variables, we can short say that we can simply discard the right part of the array. So this part can be safely discarded because the value at the middle index is lower than the value at the higher index, and what we are intending to search for, we are interested in finding the minimum out there. Therefore the element can never lie in this part of the array by virtue of the middle element being at the lower value than the higher element. So what do? We simply go and update high to mid. So high gets updated to mid. Let's continue the process. Again, let's go and find out the middle element. Low is 0, high is 6. The middle element would be 3. So let me just mark the pointer, and now let's highlight the 3 elements that we have. The lowest index is at 100, the middle one is at 1, and the higher index is at 6. What can we for sure say? The middle element will not lie in the right part of the array. So we can simply disregard all these elements. Again, by same virtue, because 1 is lower than 6, we can simply update the higher pointer to mid. So h gets updated to 3. Now the input array has reduced from 13 to only 3. Let's continue the iteration, and let me just change the color of pen, and this time let's take blue. We have low at 0, high at 3. Let's go and find out the middle element. The middle element would be 0 plus 3 by 2 is 1. So 1 turns out to be the middle element. We have low 0, high at 3. What can we for sure say? We can simply say that the middle element will not lie in the left part of the array because this part is sorted and the value at the middle index is greater than the value at the lower index, we are looking for the minimum value. So we can simply and safely discard this part of the array. And what do we do in such cases? We update the lower bound to mid plus 1, because we can simply discard both these elements. So low gets updated to mid plus 1, which is this. Let me just change the color of pen for the next iteration. We have low pointing to 2 and high pointing to 3. Let's calculate the middle element. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 by 2 is 2. So mid also points to this position. So low and mid are same. High is pointing to 3. What do we do now? Can we make any decision? Yes, we can make the decision. Let's try to reanalyze this particular case, because that's an interesting case. We have two elements left, 120 and 1. We have low pointing to 120, high pointing to 1, and middle pointing to 120 again. What we can clearly see out of these possibilities, that the array at the middle index is of greater value than that of the higher index. So where will the minimum element lie? The minimum element will lie towards the right of the middle element. And what we will do in such cases, we will update the low pointer to mid plus 1. So this gets updated from 120 its location to mid plus 1, and now low and high points to the same index. We abort the process. I hope this particular case is clear to you. However, we didn't get the true essence of the duplication constraint that was specified in the question. This algorithm that I have just explained is exactly same as I solved in find the minimum in rotated sorted array 1. So what is special about handling duplication? Let's try and understand it by another example. Let's take a slightly more repetitive example. We have all the elements in the array which are mostly 120, and there is only one element which is the least and is of minimum value, present in somewhere middle of the input array. We have 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, 120. So let's try and apply the binary search algorithm over it. So we'll take two pointers, low and high, and low points to 0, high points to 6. Let's go and find out the middle element. The middle element happens to be 3 and the value is 120. So let's do the comparison. We have low at 120, high, middle at 120, and high also at 120. So can we make any decision? No, this is a truly absurd case. Where and which location to go, because all three elements happen to be same. In that case, what we should do, we can simply disregard this higher index value by 1 unit. So we will update high to 5th position, because we are trying to look out up till what continuous segment will high be 120. Let's continue the process. We have low pointing to 0, high pointing to 5, and what will be the middle element? The middle element would be 2. So the value at second index is 120 again. So what do we see? We again see that low points to 120, middle points to 120, and high also points to 120. So in that case, what do? We simply go and update my high to high minus 1. So high gets updated from 5 to 4. Because we can't make or disregard any half part of it. We have to go in a linear fashion. Let me just change the color of pen. And now low points to 0, high points to 4 at this particular index. Let's continue the process. Let's go and find out the middle element. The middle element turns out to be 2. 0 plus 4 by 2 is 2. So mid points to here, low points to here, and high points to here. Can we make a decision now? The answer is yes. And why I'm saying this? Because the element at the middle index happens to be of greater value than the higher index. So the middle element will lie in this part only. So what do we do in such cases? we go and update low to mid plus 1, we can simply disregard these three elements. So this gets updated to, low gets updated to mid plus 1, which is 3. So we have low pointing to 3 and high pointing to 4, which is, the value is 1 at 4 and low at, we have 120. So that's exactly same case that we arrived in the previous algorithm here. So you can understand it, that it will work and we will eventually lead to 1. Now let's formalize this in terms of code. So without much ado, let's look at the coding section. Also, this problem is not truly a binary search problem, because the time complexity for handling duplicate cases have increased from log n to linear. I'll talk about it in the coding section, so stay tuned. I have created two variables, low to 0, high to nums.length minus 1. Till the time my low is less than high, I go and find out the middle index, low plus high minus low by 2, so as to avoid overflow conditions. A very important point while writing the code in an interview. We do this in order to avoid unnecessary overflow conditions. Now let's look at the core logic. In case my nums of high turns out to be equal to nums of mid, that's an equality case between the middle number and the high number. What do? We simply reduce high by 1. Otherwise, we go and check if my nums at higher index is greater than the nums at middle index. In such cases, we simply disregard the right part of the middle segment. Otherwise, if this condition is also not met, that simply means that nums at the higher index is less than nums at the middle index. We can simply disregard the left part of the middle segment, and what do? We simply update low to mid plus 1. In the end, we simply return nums at low. Let's try and submit it. Accepted. And the time complexity of this approach is not order of log n. It has been increased to order of n for handling this case. There could be case where you have to traverse most of the elements of the input array every time this condition is met while recursing through the logic. So because of this virtue, the time complexity increased to order of n. The space complexity is constant time. This brings me to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for viewing it. Have a great day ahead and stay tuned for more updates from Coding Decoded. I'll see you tomorrow with another fresh question. But till then, goodbye.